Let's to continue with the seller product controller operations, and it is time to implement the store method. Basically, it is going to allow us to create new instances of products associated with a specific seller. If you wonder about why we did not implement this in the product controller, it is basically because we need a specific way to know to who is going to be associated the product, and as we are going to see in the future section, if the person or the client or user that is performing the request has enough permissions to do that, basically because it's an admin user or is the owner of that product. It means the seller specified in the ID. So basically, to create a product, we need to specify the ID of the seller directly in the URL and, of course, the required fields for a new instance of a product. So for this, we just need to go to our controller on seller product controller. In the store method, we'll receive the request information, but additionally, we need the seller. Initially, we could think that it is okay if we receive a seller, but you know that a seller in the context of our system is only a user that already has any product associated. So it means that if a user is trying to publish at the first time his first product, well, it is not going to be possible because it is not currently a seller. So instead of a seller, we need to receive a user. In this way, we are going to allow to create products for those users that do not have yet any product published. Remember to import the definition of user. And now we just need to specify the rules. We have a name and a description which are required. Then we have a quantity that is required as well, and additionally must be an integer number with a minimum value of 1. And finally, we have an image that is required and must be an image, not a file, must be an image. Then we just need to validate the rules. And let's just start working with the data when we are sure that everything is fine. First, we need to establish a default value for the status that is going to be unavailable. Remember to import the definition of product. After that, we can establish the image. But for now, we are going to use a static image that we already have in our images folder. Of course, we are going to modify this in a future section to see how to receive, handle, and upload files. And finally, we need that the seller ID is equals to the seller that we received in the request. After that, with that specific data, we just need to create the instance. And return the details. Let's see if everything is working as expected. So we are going to create a product for the seller with ID number 3. If we send like this, we can see that of course we need to send all the fields. And for the image, we need to say that it is not text, it is a file. Let's pick a file and send. As you can see, we have a new product with this image, temporarily of course, with an unavailable status by default, with the respective seller ID and the other fields as we sent. So we are done now. We can create now products associated with a specific seller. See you in the next class.